Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so today we are going to be working on some crafts today, so let's get started. Okay guys, so I've got these kits. I bought them at Dollar Tree the last time I was there. They're Crafter's Corner and they are crochet sets. Now it says on the package this is for ages 12 plus, not a toy. And it will be 3.9 in inches, 10 centimeters. Now they're both the same when it comes to that, not a toy, 12 plus, 3.9 inches, 10 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start one and then we'll go on to the next one, which will probably be a part 2. But I want to see, so here's on the back. Contents inside the package. It says 100% polyester yarn, fiber fill, crochet hook, darning needle, and instruction sheet. So that's what's inside. Okay, so we are going to open it up and see how easy it is, and we'll follow the instructions. We're going to do the butterfly first. I do have a pair of scissors here because I'm assuming we're going to need scissors. So let's get started. So let's open it up. Let's see everything that's inside this package. So we're just going to pull it out. Oh, got stuck on the tape there. Okay, so here's the fiber fill. That's to fill your little figurine when it's done. Here's the orange ball, pink, black, and the white. So you have all your colors. In this package you have the crochet hook and a darning needle, and we're going to open it up and see if it actually tells you what size the hook is. It is plastic. I don't know how flimsy it is or any of that, so I'm just going to open it up and see. Okay, so this is the hook. It's not too bad, and it does not say what size it. Oh yes, right here at the end. Okay, so at the end here, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it, but it does say 3.0 mm, so it's a three point needle. And then there's the darning needle. It is plastic. It's got some flexibility, but it's quite sturdy, so we'll put that back in that little bag because we'll need it after. So we're going to move this stuff aside. We're going to open it up. This is now garbage, and this is what we are making. We're going to open it up. Seems like quite a big instructions. Just like that. So it shows you how to make the circle and how to start. So that's pretty straightforward. Now it does say loop from the back, single crochet, increase a stitch, decrease a stitch. It's teaching you that. Slip stitch, straight stitch with the darning needle, skip knot, slip stitch, chain stitch. It says bouillon stitch. It also says crochet at the other side of the foundation chain. So it gives you a bunch of instructions, and then on this side of the paper it gives you the pattern. Okay, so at the top is the abbreviations and the use of the terms in use, which is chain is CH, and then slip stitch SL, ST, single crochet, which is SC, Working on back loop only is BLO. Decrease 1 stitch is singles SC2 together. Round RONDS. How to increase, for example, 2 times single stitch when you see in the pattern your crochet once only in a single crochet in the same stitch. This way you increase 1 double crochet. So that's pretty straightforward. This pattern you will crochet in a round. Working in a round that work most not be turned after finishing a round, but join with a slip stitch and starting a chain. Each new round starts with the starting chain. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If you know all the abbreviations, then you're good to go, and if you don't, you'll have to keep going back to refer to the chart. So the first one we're going to do is round 1, chain 1, and then we're going to work 4 single crochets in the adjusting ring and pull short end tail to close the ring and join around with a slip stitch starting the chain 4. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and the main body is going to be the orange, so that's what we're going to work with. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is do my magic circle. So what I got here is my thread in the front of my hand. I'm going to wrap it around the first 2 fingers. I'm going to make an X. I'm going to take the wool and hold it with my pinky there. And then I'm going to take my hook. I'm going to go in and under that X and pull the wool forward. I'm going to let go of the circle, and I'm going to wrap it around the hook, and I'm going to make my first stitch. I'm going to untangle my tail, and I'm just going to make my circle just a little bit smaller, just like that. And then I'm going to do 4 single crochets. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you have your 4 single crochets, and you can just pull your tail and close gently and close your ring. So that's round 1 done. So then what it says is you're going to slip stitch into your first crochet, which is right there. You're going to slip stitch, so you're just going to take your needle, wrap it around, pull it all the way through. So there you go there. And then you're going to chain 1. This wool is very splitty, so I'm just gonna, there we go, we got it through. So to start any project, I hate starting, everyone does. So now we're going to do is, it says for round 1, chain 1, which I just did, work 4 single crochet in adjustable ring. Oh, sorry, that's what we just did. We did the adjustable ring, pulled the tail close, and we have 4 single crochets. Chain 1, round 2, chain 1, which I just did, 1 times 2 single crochet, then 1 single crochet, repeat from star to star and join the round. So the first one is right here, and we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1. This plastic needle is not the best. 2. The next one we're going to do 1 single crochet, which we're doing now. The next one we're going to do 2, 1, 2, and then the next one we're going to do 1, and then we're going to do our slip stitch. So okay, so on the pattern it says you should have 6 single crochet, so I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 single crochet. So we're on round 3. Chain 1, which I did. 1 single crochet times 2. 1 times 2 single crochet, sorry, in the first one. Then a single crochet. Then repeat from star to star, join, you'll have 9 stitches. So what I'm going to do is, you're just going to do what we did before. So we're going to put 2 single crochets, 1, 2, then 1. Oh, I need to back up, sorry. 1. This thread, this wool is extremely splitting. Okay, and then we're going to do 2, 1, 2, and then 1, and then 2. One, 2, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to do one more. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to join back where we joined before. So we're going to go right in to where we join, pull it through, and end that round. So the next round is going to be round 2 we did, round 3, chain 1, 1 and 2, 1 times 2 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet, repeat from star to star, have 9 on there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, and then in the next hole we're going to do 2 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet, and then 2, 1, 2, then 1, then 2, then 1, now let's see how many we have on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now what we're going to do is join the same spot where you're always joining, right in there. So slip stitch and pull, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet, just like that. And then our next round, so that was round 3, we're on round 4. 1 single crochet, 1 chain, which we just did, 1 single crochet times 2 in the single crochet, then 2 single crochet, and repeat round. So in the first one, what we're going to do is, in the first one we're going to put 2 single crochet, then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the next 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, and then we're going to increase again. So we're going to do 2 single crochet, and then in the next one we're going to put 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet. 1, 2, and we're going to do it again. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 2 more. 14. So we're going to do a double crochet in the 1 stitch. 14, 15. So now what we're going to do is we're going to join back into the next round, and you want to try to get it right into the top there. There we go. And we're just going to slip stitch. There's the slip stitch. Do your 1 to close that. So now this is our circle so far. So we're getting there. Okay, so we have 15 stitches in total. Number 7, chain 1, 15 single crochet, and then join the round. So we're only going around to do the 15. So let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so single crochet all the way around. So we're going to go in and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1 more, 15, and now we're going to join in our joining spot right there, slip stitch all the way up, and then chain 1. So there's our circle that we got going on. So that was crocheting the 15 all the way around. This is the only thing. Maybe I would suggest maybe getting a highlighter or something where you can just mark what row you're on. Okay, so we have done round 1, round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are on round 8. On round 8, using pink, chain 1, and then 1 times 2 single crochet, 4 single crochet, repeat from star to star. You should have 18 single crochet. So what I'm going to do is, this is the pink, So we're obviously going to drop the orange. Let me find the end here. Should not be that difficult. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up because I did my chain 1 there, and I don't have to yet because I am going to switch over to the pink. So I'm going to do the pink. So there is the one. Pull the orange. Give myself a little bit of a tail for the pink. I'm going to drop the orange, and now I'm going to do what it says. I did the chain 1 with the pink. Now we're going to do 1 times 2 single crochet, then 4 single crochet. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, and you can always pull your tail to tighten it up once you get your single crochet in, and then do another one in the same spot. And now we're going to do 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to do 2 single crochet. 1, 2, and now we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, now 2, 1, 2, now 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we've got like a little bottom happening here. You can turn it either way once you get going, whatever is easier for you. Okay, so there's the pink round. That was number 8, so we're just going to mark off 8. Now 9, using peach. Okay, so we're going back to the peach, and I didn't cut it, so it's still there. So I'm going to back up my slip stitch there. Oh, I got a slip stitch. So I'm going to slip stitch into where we normally go in, right into the beginning, right there. Oops, try again. There it is. Pull it through, and then 2, pick up the orange again, which is right here, and I'm just going to crochet 1, and then I'll tighten the pink. Now this orange tail, you can actually cut it, or you can use your darning needle to put it back through a few times on your project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the orange hang here for just a second. I'm going to get my darning needle, and I'm going to get rid of this tail, of the orange tail. So what I'll do is just put it through some of the, from the inside that you're not going to see, and I'm just going to put it through a few fibers, and now I'm just going to cut it so that it doesn't fall apart. I also brought the tail along as I was crocheting, so it's already weaved in, so I'm just cutting that to get that out of the way. And we could do the same with the pink. So I'm going to do the pink tail now and get that out of the way so that it's less hanging on your project, so it doesn't confuse you on which one you're picking up. So I'm just going to put it through this way and pull your needle and gently, and then I'm going to feed it back through a different direction, different fibers, another way. And some people do it 3 times, 2 times for a little project like this is fine for me. And now I'm just going to cut it, the tail, and that too is out of the way. So the only 2 strings that we're dealing with now are the orange and the pink. Okay, so now we're on to the orange, or the peach. Pardon me, it looks like an orange. Okay, so we just keep the pink one, but we're not just snipping it off, we're just gonna leave it there out of the way. So now what we're going to do is row number 9. Using peach, chain 1, which I just did, 18 single crochet in the BLO, which is back loop only. So in the back loop, and then join at the end of the 18 stitches. So with the peach, what you're going to do is, I'm going to do back loop only. So there's the front loop and there's the back loop. So you're just going to do your single crochet in the back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get some more thread off of that ball so it doesn't keep rolling forward. Now if you're questioning where the back loop is, if you look directly above and right on it, you can see the next stitch is right there, and that's the front loop and that's the back loop. So now we have to do 8 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one, 8. So there we go there. So it has a little ridge right here, if you see. So now what we're going to do is join on our normal joining line right there. With our slip stitch, I'm going to chain 1 and get ready for our next round. So that was round number 9 done. So now round number 10, you do your chain 1, which I did, 18 single crochet and join the round. So that's just 18 all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, we'll redo the 6. This is a really small project, so you will sometimes lose where you are, your stitch off or something. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and now we're going to join back where we normally do, which is right in there. We're going to do our slip stitch, and we're going to chain 1, which is probably not till the next row, but there we go there. So now we've done 10. So now we're on to 11. Using pink, chain 1, 18 single crochet around. Okay, so I'm going to back that up because I just assumed that we weren't going back to pink yet. So I slip stitched. So I'm just going to pick that back up. Now I'm going to pick the pink back up because it's still attached, and switch out the peach. So I'm going to pull the pink forward and push the peach in the back, and I'm going to chain up 1 to have the pink ready. There we go. And then we're going to do single 18 crochets around. So we're going to start with our first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then we're going to join back into our joining spot, and we're going to slip stitch. And now what we're going to do is mark off that we did that one, which was round 11, and now we're on round 12. Using peach, chain 1, 18 single crochet in the back loop only, and join. And I'm pretty sure that we can undo the pink now. So I'm going to chain my 1, let's pull it together tighter, there we go. And in the back loops only, we're going to do the 18. But I'm going to cut the pink now because in the pattern there is only 2 rows of the pink. So I'm just going to snip the pink and pull the pink out of the way. And we're going to start 18 all the way around, back loops only. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And now I'm just going to slip stitch into where we were. Okay, so we did our 2 rows, so there it is there. So now rounds 13 and 14 are now done, so now we are on round 15. Chain 1, single crochet 2 together, 9 times, join the round, break off yarn at 7 inches, pull the end tail through the final loop and stuff buddy with fiber. Okay, so what we're going to do is, it says SC2TOG, so that's single crochet 2 together 9 times. So you will put your needle in. Let's show you. Can you see? There we go. Put your needle in your first hole, pull the thread through, put your needle in the second one, pull your thread through. You have 3 loops on your hook, and you pull them all single through. And then you do it again. 1, 2, and then pull it through. And you keep doing that until the end. One, 2, pull it through. 1, 2, pull it through. 1, 2, pull it through. Oops. 1, 2, pull it through. 1, 2, pull the needle through. We're almost there. One more time. 1, 2, pull the needle through, and then join where you normally would to finish. Slip stitch, and now you have just a little opening, enough for you to put your stuffing in. So there's the body. It's now done. So what I'm going to do is snip off my yarn. And you pull this through, all the way through. And I have quite a long tail, it's good. And now you have the body. And that's what it looks like. So we've got the body done, and you can stuff it now with your fiber. I'm not going to do that as of yet. I'm just going to push it off to the side for a second. So that first section is done. Okay, now we're on to the head. It says using peach with an adjustable ring and chain 1, work in the end, work in a round. Round 1, chain 1, work 6 single crochet in the adjustable ring, the short end of the tail, close the ring and join the round with the slip stitch starting. Okay, so we're starting it pretty much the same way we did the body. Okay, so what we're going to do is what we did the first round. We're just going to make our magic ring. Okay, so there's our magic ring. I'm going to untangle the tail. There we go. Just make this circle a little smaller. So now we are doing round number 1. On the head it says chain 1, work 6 single crochet in the adjustable ring, pull the short end of the tail, close the ring and join with the slip stitch in the starting. So we're just going to put 6 single crochet in here. One. Oops, I forgot to chain 1, so I'm going to do that again now, because that will be our slip stitch joining. There we go. Okay, now we'll do our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, close our ring gently. So round 1 is done. We are on round 2. It says chain 1 and 6 times 2 single crochet and join the round. Okay, so we're just going to slip stitch into the very first Okay, so we're slip stitching. Sorry, I had a frame there. So chain 1, and now we're going to do 2 in each. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last time 6. So we've done that 6 times. We are now going to join. We are going to chain up 1, and we are on round number 3. So we have done round number 2. We are now on round number 3. Chain 1, 1 times 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet, repeat from star to star. So we're going to do an increase. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do in the first single crochet 2, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, then 1 till we're finished. And at the end of it, we should have 18 stitches. So, oops. Get some more yarn off the ball. There we go. So we're going to do two, 1, 2, then 1 in the next stitch. 2, 1, 2, then 1. And we're going to repeat that all the way around, and when I'm done, I'll be right back. Slip stitch, and then we did our chain 1 up. For our round number 4, we are going to chain 1, which I just did. 1 times 2 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet, repeat, and then we will join. So we're going to go, so we definitely have our 30 stitches. So now what we're going to do is, we are on round 6 through 11. We are going to single crochet 30 stitches and then join with the slip stitch. So for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So for 6 rows, we are going to just do a single crochet all the way around and slip stitch it closed. So you don't need to see me doing that. I'm going to do that and then I will be back. Okay guys, so we finished round 6 through 11. And to make sure you don't forget how many rows you did, you can just mark a little, you know, just a little tick on your paper so that you know you've done all 6 rows. So now on row number 7, what we're going to do is chain up 1, single crochet 2 together, and then 3 single crochet, and repeat from star to star and then join. So we'll have 24 stitches at the end of round 12. So I did the other 6 rounds. So what we're going to do is do our chain up 1, and then we're going to do 2 together. Try that again because the threads, the wool there split, and then take it all the way off, and then we're going to do 3 single crochet. So we're doing that now. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 together. So what we're doing is decreasing the head now, and now we're going to do 3 single crochet, and we're just going to continue that all the way around until we're finished. So I did that. Now we did the slip stitch, and I'm going to chain up 1, and we're going to start the next row. So we finished 12, we're on to 13. So 12 is done. 13, chain up 1, which I just did, single crochet 2 together, and then 2 single crochet, repeat from star to star. So, and then slip stitch, and you should end with 18 stitches, which is pretty self-explanatory. So I did my chain up 1. You're just gonna go 1, 2 together, and then pull it all the way off, and then you're gonna do 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and now you're going to go back in and decrease. So 2 together, and then single crochet, 1, 2, and you're going to repeat that all the way to the end. Okay, so that row is done. So that was 13. We are now on 14. So chain up 1, 2 together, 1 single crochet, repeat from star to star. So 2 together and crochet 1, and then join at the end of the round, and you should have 12 in total. So that's pretty, again, straightforward. So all you're going to do is do the first one, pull it out, put your hook in, pull out the wool, put your hook in, pull out the wool, and then take all 3 off, and then crochet 1, and then 2 together. So you're gonna go in, take the wool, go in, grab the wool, and then take all 3 off, and then 1 single one. So that's all we're gonna do for this round. And I slip stitched. So that was round 14. So round 15 is chain 1, which is you do your chain, and then single crochet 2 together times 6, join the end of the round. And at the end of the round you should have 6 stitches in total. Break off the yarn about 2 inches and pull the end tail through the final loop. So that's pretty simple. All you're going to do is 2 together all the way around, and then cut and pull your string out. So first you'll chain up 1, and the hole's pretty small, so it gets a little bit complicated, but that's fine. Just move it around a little. So what I'll do is 2 together, so 1, 2, 2 together, and then you're gonna go to the next one, 2 together, 1, 2, and then take it off, and then the next one, 2 together, 1, 2, take it off, 1, 2, take it off, and then 1, 2, and take it off. And now what we're going to do is do our final slip stitch. Oh no, we have 1 more to go, sorry. 1, 2, and then take that off. Now we'll do our final slip stitch, and then we will cut our thread. So right up in there, grab your wool. Oops, it fell off the hook. Grab the wool, give it a little tug, and you have just a tiny little hole. So I guess before we did the very last round, we should have stuffed the head with fiber. I missed that. So I'm just going to gently pull out this last round, which is the 2 together. So it looks like this. You can still get your finger in. And this is the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up the head with the fiber before I do this, the last 2 together round, and then fasten it off. I should have finished off reading it. So I got some fiber here in the bag that they gave us, and we're just gonna stuff this in there. We don't want to lose our loop, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger, and you're just gonna stuff your fiber inside the head. A little bit more. There we go. Alright. So there's the head, and it's now got the fiber inside. You don't have to overstuff it. You'll know by the feel of it if you think it's enough fiber or not. If you overstuff it, you'll feel that too, so This will be it for inside the head, yeah. Okay, so there's the head. So what I'm going to do now is that final step, which is the 2 together all the way around. Just try to tuck the... So now that the head is stuffed, I'm going to stuff the body with the fiber. Okay, we need a little bit more fiber. Okay. So now the body is stuffed, and so is the head. So that's what it's gonna look like. We got those 2 parts done. So moving on. So we finished 15. Okay. So now we're going to do the antennas. So what we have to do is, using pink, start with your adjustable ring, chain 1, and close the circle. And then we're going to do, for round 1, chain 1, and then work 7 single crochet in the adjustable. We've got the rows 3 to 4 done. Single crochet all the way around, and then slip stitch to the next row. We're on number 5. Using white, chain up 1, single crochet 2 together times 3, which will equal 4 stitches. So we're going to chain up 1. This is really tedious and not an easy thing to do. So now what we're going to do is do 2 together. So 1, 2, and do 2 together again. 1, 2, and then the last 2 together. One, 2. I grabbed a little bit of pink. There we go. We let it go. And then take that off. And then we will slip stitch back at the beginning. These strings are kind of in the way, but that's okay. So we're going to slip stitch into the beginning. There we go. And then we will have 4 stitches. It's definitely difficult, and it's even super hard because of the hook is plastic. It doesn't go through very well the wool, especially when you're working in such a small, tight space. So I'm gonna cut off the ends. We're just joining it. There we go. Okay. So we're back to the beginning. We did it 3 times. We have our 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, and it says, let's see what it says. So we got the 2 together 3 times, 4 stitches. Break off the yarn and pull it through the loop and stuff the antenna with fiber. Okay, so that's the end of the antenna. Thank goodness. It's not a very big hole to stuff your antenna. So ideally I would rather stuff this before we did the white. I'm not sure why they say do it afterwards. Stuff it with fiber using peach embroidery, horizontal line stitch a color to make another antenna, and then make another antenna. So with orange, we're supposed to do an orange stripe around here with the needle. So I'm going to cut off my tails, and I'm going to stuff this antenna and make the second one. And okay guys, so we have the 2 antennas done. I stuffed them, I've closed them, I did the tails in, so they're done. So butterfly upper part of the wing, which I did off camera. So we're gonna do the second one on camera. So first you're gonna get your white, and I'm going to chain 6. So you make your slip knot and then you chain 6. It gets a little tight there for a first little minute. There we go. Nope, still too tight. Let's just make it a little bigger. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do the 6 because it says with slip knot make chain 6. Work in a round. So the first round is chain 1, start in second chain of the hook and do 1 times 2 crochet, single crochet. So you're gonna start from the second loop from the hook, so it's here, and you're gonna do 1 double crochet, single crochet, sorry, and another single crochet. So there's 2 in one spot. And then you're going to do 3 single crochet. So let's do 3. One, 2, 3, and then in the last 3 single crochet in the last chain and continue at the other side of the foundation chain with 4 single crochet and join with the slip knot starting chain. So you're going to put in the last chain, and it's a little tight because it always is when you first start. Okay, so we got it in, and we're going to put 3 single crochet in there because we're making it turn. So pull it back through, take it off, there we go. 1, same hole, 2, 3. So it's in there now. And then we're going to go back up the foundation line, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, 4 single crochet and into the last one. So there it is there. And then we're going to slip knot it into our very first there. So okay, so that was our starting round. Round 2, chain 1, which we're going to do now. Chain 1, 1 times 2 single crochet, and then a single crochet, and repeat from star to star, and you'll have 18. So in the first one you're going to do 2 single crochet, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet, because you're increasing. So 1, and then the increase, and then 1, and then the increase, then 1, then the increase, then 1, then the increase, and then 1. And that will give you your 24. And then you're going to slip knot back into where you were before, in there, the top of the next row, and that row is done. So we have done the start, which was here, and we did here. Now we just did round 2, so that one is done. We're on round 3. Chain 1, 1 times 2 single crochet, which you're going to increase it, and then 2 single crochet, repeat from star to star, and join, and then you're going to have 24 stitches. So what I'm going to do is chain 1, then we're going to start with an increase, so we're putting 2 in the same spot, and then we're going to do 1, just like that. Now I have a split in the wool. I'm not liking it, so I'm going to try that again. This wool really does split a lot. So again, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to put 2 in the same spot, and then we're going to do 2 single ones back to back, And now we're back at the increase. So we're going to increase it. And then single crochet. 1, 2. And now we're back to the increase. 1, 2 in the same spot. And then we're going to do 2 single. 1, 2. I'm going to pull some more white off. There we go. Now we're back to the increase, so we're going to increase 1, 2 in the same spot, and then single crochet 1, single crochet 2, and then we're increasing. So we're going to increase, single crochet, single crochet, increase. Single crochet, single crochet, and now we're going to join. Now this is the first for me finding this in the wool from the projects. This is actually just some extra wool that's tangled up inside, and you can do 2 things. You can cut it out, cut the strand, and start over. Now this is my 24. So what I'm going to do is, because we are switching over to pink, I'm not going to cut it. I am going to slip stitch this. I'm going to keep that bulk at the back of the wing. I will try to clean it up afterwards. See if we can pull some out. That isn't too bad that, you know, that we only got that much. Okay. So it's a lot smaller of a knot and it's there, but it's okay. So now I slip stitched it. So now what it says is we have 24. We can now break off the yarn. This is to make this one the first one, so I already made it. So we could break off the yarn and sew the yarn tail in. So that's done. For the second one, because we're on the second wing, in the final loop, make another upper wing. Do not break off from the yarn around the last round, and continue with using pink. So we're going to keep it attached, but we're going to join the pink. So I'm going to pull the pink through the white, give the white a tug, okay, so we have the pink. Chain 1. So we're going to chain 1. There we go. We got our chain. So we chained 1. Now we're going to do 24 single crochet around and continue on to the other upper wing. And with 24 single crochet around, join round. Both upper wings are now connected. Break off yarn and pull through the last loop. So what we're going to do, we are now done with the white because we did switch over to the pink. So we're just going to cut the white off and move it out of the way for a minute. And let's deal with just the pink. Now with the pink, what you can do is try to hide the tails as you go, and you're going to do 24 single crochet around the outside. So we're just going to crochet around the wing, and I'm hiding the tails as I go. Now you don't have to, but it might be easier for you to just leave them and use the darning needle at the end. It's totally up to you. So we're just gonna go around a single crochet all the way around the wing. There's no increasing. Very simple, straightforward to crochet around it. Now I'm not quite sure how we're going to get to the other one, but I think what I'll do is just put it back to back, and then I will start single crocheting. Now that piece is really short, so I'll just cut that piece off, which is the tail of the pink. I'm still working on the tail of the white, and when that gets short enough, I will leave it behind now, and that too now will be ready to be trimmed. So we're just going to keep going around the wing, just like this. And it does have a slight curve to it, which if I look at the picture, it looks like it does in the picture too with the pink. Okay, so we are now back at the top. Oops. And I'm going to do a slip stitch into the top, just like that. And now at the other top, I'm going to put it back to back, and I'm just going to attach it this way. So I'm going to pull and pull and do one up, and make sure that your wings are the right way. And now I'm going to do 24 single crochet around the second wing, because now they'll be attached. So I'm just going to crochet around there, single crochet all the way around. We're about halfway now. Now, I'm not sure if that's exactly the way you're supposed to attach it, but to me that just seems about the easiest way. I do find that this needle is great for being in a pinch, and not if you're, you know, on vacation, or if, you know, you're out and about and you want to do a project but you're not home, you don't have any of your supplies. This is a great little kit to pick up, yes. But if you had a choice, you definitely would rather use your metal hook. I'm going to do my slip stitch right in here. And I'm going to pull up. I'm going to, let's make sure, yeah, cut off the pink. Pull it through the final loop. And I will use my darning needle and darn that back in. But now they are attached. If you see, they are attached. and there are the two wings. Now I can take this part off because I've already fed it through, and take this part off, I've already fed it through. I will take my darning needle that they gave you. Now this darning needle, it's kind of thick, but I mean, again, in a pinch and not having your supplies, and for $1.25, it's definitely worth it. So I'm just going to flip this over. I'm going to poke the thread through to the back, and then I'm going to just feed it through to the back here, back and forth through some of the stitches we already have done. And this is not a very sharp needle, so getting through the wool is not the easiest task, but that's okay. So I'm gonna do it about 3 times. There we go. Usually I do everything in 3s, just because then it is really secure and you don't have to worry about it breaking. Okay, let's try to, there we go. It's a little bit tight because, like I said, this needle is not the greatest. And then we could do the same with the white. We can go back and forth. Now I did bring the white along when I was crocheting around too, so I know it is already secure. So you're just going to go back and forth under a few stitches at the back a couple of times just to anchor it off. So there, one, and I usually pick different directions. So if you went one way the first time, go through the second time a different direction, and you can do it 3 times if you feel comfortable. So what I'm going to do now is snip this off, and we will put these wings to a side. I'm going to leave the pink still attached because I think we're going to need it to attach it to the body, well, which I haven't read yet, but I'm going to see. So here's our wings. They are done now, the upper parts. So now we're going to do the small ones. So I'm just going to set that off to the side with the other pieces. Got the first bottom part of the wing done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the second one. So again, it's pretty simple to, pretty similar to the ones we've already done. And it's exactly the way we attach the top wings, we're going to attach the bottom wings. So we're just going to do your slip knot, and then you're going to chain 6 in a round. You're going to chain 1 in the second chain of the hook. You'll do 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, and then 3 single crochets in the last chain, and continue up the other side and do 4 single crochets and join the round with the slip stitch. So you're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and chain 1, and go from the second one from the hook, and you're going to do your single crochet twice in that same hole, and then you're going to do 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then in the last hole, which is here at the end, might be a little hard to get into at first, you're going to do 3 single crochets in that last hole, in the same hole. And then you're going to go up the other side and do the 4 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to tuck the tail along while I'm going back up. So we're going to do 1, 'move that tail out of the way for a second. 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slip stitch into our first row, just like that. And then we're going to chain 1, and then it says chain 1, 2 double crochet in the first crochet, 1 single crochet. Repeat from end to end. You'll have 18 on the whole thing. So you will go 2 double crochet first. So 1, the wool splitting, there we go, 2, and then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet, because that's the increase, and then 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet for increasing, and you're just going to repeat that all the way around till you have 18 stitches where we started. And then it says, because that's number 2, number 3, using pink, chain 1, 18 crochet around, and continue on the other lower wing and 18 crochet to join both of the wings, and then they are connected. Then break off yarn. So we're gonna grab the pink now. So here's the pink, and we're going to do your 1 crochet up. We no longer need the white, so I'm going to cut it. Just like that. And we're just going to do a single crochet and all 18 stitches all the way around. Have. Okay, so I'm just going to attach the second wing, and you want to make sure you have the right side, not the back side, and you're just going to attach it. So I'm going to pull it all the way through to 1 chain up, and now it's attached. So I'm going to go around and do my single 18 on this one now. So the problem with this needle is that it's very bendable. So getting the tension properly is a little bit hard. With the metal ones or a hard plastic, the hook doesn't bend as much. And the longer you work with it, the more it bends. So it's a good thing that it's only a small project. But would I recommend it for $1.25? Sure. If you don't like the colors, that's the other thing I like. because now you have the pattern. So you can just remake this as many times as you want, but all you have to do is pick out your own wool out of your own stash and make the butterfly in any one of what you want, whatever color you want. So that's also good, because once you've got the pattern, you can just reuse it. You could photocopy it, you could scan it and print it. There's so many ways for you to reuse it. You could just pick a different color of a pen and just reuse this one. So it's definitely worth $1.25, because you do get a really nice pattern, and you can reuse the pattern. And you can reuse the hook, but if you have your own hooks, that would be what I would recommend to use more than the plastic hook, because the plastic hook is kinda tricky. It's been an interesting project. Like I said, it's been a few years since I crocheted, so I wanted to try something to get back into it. We are all the way around. I'm just gonna cut off the wool. There we go. I'm gonna pull this pink wool out. And now the wings are attached right there. So I'm going to feed in my tails on all my projects, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to assemble our little character here. So that's what part we're at now. We're almost done. Okay, so finishing. You place it all, you can pin all your pattern parts before sewing them. I won't do that, but you can. Place the head onto the body and sew it tightly in place using a whip stitch. Using the white yarn, make a horizontal stitch underneath each of the pink rows on the body. The antennas, you will attach them with the whip stitch at the top of the head in place. Now, for the eyes, it says the bullion stitch for nose using the black yarn, and 2 bullion stitches for the eyeballs. Split off one strand of the black and embroider a small straight stitch for an eyelash. Place the lower wings in the back at the back of the body and sew in place. Then position the upper wings on the back of the body and slightly overlap the lower wings and sew them in place. The butterfly is easily turned into a hanging ornament or keychain by reattaching a peach yarn to the top of the head, chaining 30, form a loop and attach it to the head again with a slip stitch. Finally, weave in the ends. So that's pretty much how they're saying to do the body. Now, what I wanted to point out is this bullion stitch, what we call here in Canada, it's called a French knot. That's what we call it. But I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do different eyes. And I will do a couple straight little stitches for the nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew it together now. So I will just fast forward it through this and you can watch. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I do an upload. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye everyone.